can't scratch. I'm missing a piece that completes a whole part of me, an open wound scar to see. Everybody come here, gather round. Welcome to the freak show, the best in town.
Welcome to Super Fast Tortoises MTG 3. Welcome my creep, hello new peeps. This is a really great episode. Today we're doing budget landfall cards. You are familiar with the big hitters like Avengers Zendikar, Scoot Swarm, Tireless Tracker, even the budget-friendly Rampaging Baloth. These cards are very well known for the landfall strategy. But these three cards I'm going to list today, I don't think get enough attention, and you should look. In fact, because of this bing new card, I think some of these cards are going to creep up in value a little. Just my opinion, doesn't mean it's solid fact. So we start right now. So the first card on this list is an amazing addition. Amazing. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, but this card should see more play in cubes and commanders. Now, all these cards can fit in any Omnath deck about. So pick your Omnaths, put these cards in it. One card fits only in one Omnath deck, but these cards are incredible. Starting with Valakut Exploration. This card. Valakut Exploration costs 2 generic and 1 red. It's an enchantment, and it has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as it remains exiled. And there is more text that makes this card really good. At the beginning of your end step, if there are cards exiled with Valakut Exploration, put them into their owner's graveyard. Then a Valakut Exploration deals that much damage to each opponent. Wow, this card is solid. Not only does it give you card selection that you want, especially in red, but even in just blueless decks. This card pings damage as well. It puts them in your graveyard, which you can just reach into your graveyard with some cards and pull them back. So it gives you more versatility. It gives you more flexibility, because this card not only gives you that extra card advantage, that rummage effect, it puts it back in your graveyard just so you can have them back. And in any format, having cards in your graveyard is a good thing. It's never a bad thing, especially if you can just pull them back from the graveyard, put them back into your hand, or play a card from your graveyard with flashback. This card has different uses that are good. And that brings us to the next card on our list. The next card on our list is this card. I say Phyllis, but it could be Phylath, World Sculptor. Costs 4 generic, a red and a green. Is a legendary creature elemental, so it could be a commander, but is really good in cube. With power toughness 5/5, he or she says, when Phylath, World Sculptor, enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 green plant token for each basic land you control. Each basic land. I know how that can hinder some strategies, since non-basic lands are important in different formats all around, but this is still a solid grip. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put 4 +1/+1 counters on target plant you control. Target plant! What? That is crazy. So your 0/1s become 4/5s. Each time you play land, you get a boost 1 plant creature token up. That's pretty nuts. This card is a budget card, but should be worth a little bit more. And I think it's going to go up just because of Topiary Stomper, or however you say it. This card is a plant dinosaur, and I think it will see more play especially in the landfall decks because it fetches a land, and it's a plant. Avenger of Zendikar will love this card, Phyllis will love this card, Omnath will love this card, and as a friendly reminder, Primeval Titan is playable in Cube. Now, we go on to the last card that's on the list. The last card on this list is a white enchantment. It's a great card. I think this card deserves to have a price tag that is more than the budget version of this card is. This card should see play in more decks. It should see more play in Cube. But I understand different strategies have different cards. So let's try this out. And what is this card? It is Felidar Retreat. Felidar Retreat costs 3 generic and 1 white. It is an enchantment. It has landfall. And it says, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. Create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token. Or put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. And those creatures gain vigilance until end of turn. Oh my god! Mad Kitty Meow Meow here is going to help your board state in 2 different ways. It's either going to grant you more tokens, little Meow Meow tokens, or it's going to buff the team up and make some Mad Kitty Meow Meow tokens go crazy. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird, but this card is solid. I can see this in non-landfall themed decks. This card can be really amazing. And you should run this card in your cube and your commander decks that run white. Just as a standalone card, this card is good. It's even good in the token builds, like token strategies in cube. Knock yourself out. Token strategies in commander, this is crazy. Especially if your decks or your cube selection is white in the pulls that you want. Now, I can go on and on about this card, but that leads us to the last portion of the video. To answer last week's question, what are you discarding? You're discarding your problems. That's what you're discarding. And for today's comment question of the day that I want you to answer in the comments, be ridiculous and funny about it, is what are you doing with your lands? Answer in the comments below. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and until next time, I'll see you later.
Maybe someday we could become friends. There's still one more thing I must do before I go. Yes, and yes. And? Thank you guys so much.
We really appreciate, everything. God, I love being a turtle!
It is Phyllis, World Sculptor.